Hello, this is a review of the Pelikan M200 Fountain Pen. Just got it today. Um, Comes in a box, a nice big box, which says Pelikan with their traditional kind of blue swirl. Inside there's a booklet which talks about the guarantee, the 3-year guarantee, and how to use the pen, different nib sizes, or not nib sizes, nib widths rather, and how to use the fountain pen and other pens that you get from Pelikan. Nice little box, sort of a plush case here. I think it's like a vinyl or some vinyl impregnated paper or fabric. Nice presentation case. Came with like a little plastic and like a little label and whatnot. And this is the pen. So, looking at the pen, the first thing to note about this pen is the size of it. It's a very classic Pelikan design, which is similar to their Souverain series. Now, the Souverain series also has the initial M, like the M400, 600, 800, 1000. This is M200. I don't believe it belongs to the Souverain series. The Souverain series has gold nibs. This has a steel nib which is gold plated, and all these metal accents and clip um, are gold plated in this one. Just to give you a sense of the size, this is what I would consider a normal size fountain pen. Um, this is a Fabre-Castell basic pen in carbon fiber, and you can see that it's much smaller. The Pelikan is much smaller, about 5/8 inch smaller than a regular size pen. So it's kind of a shortish pen. The girth or the diameter of the barrel is pretty normal, but the length is kind of short, on the shorter side. This is a black pen. I believe it comes in a couple other colors, like a blue swirl and so forth. And it has a Pelikan logo here. That's their new logo, which shows the little baby pelican and the mommy pelican. The classic Pelikan clip in the Pelikan bill shape clip, which is attached to the clip with a or to the cap with the ring. This is a piston fill pen, and you can see there's like this little gold band here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a real slight offset between the barrel and the screw knob of the piston fill. The cap is a screw off type, a couple of turns, not too many turns, very convenient. Nice proportions, a smallish cap as you can see, but they have maintained the proportion of the pen, I think, throughout their M series, and I think this is a great proportion for a pen. When you open it, it's all black except there is a green translucent window here, an ink window, and this is a piston fill, so you unscrew this cap, sorry, end of the barrel, and dip it in, and then you screw it on counterclockwise, and it fills the pen up with ink. So pretty standard piston fill. It's got some threads here which are soft, they don't dig into your fingers or anything. And there's a flare on the grip section here, as you can see, which prevents your fingers from slipping onto the nib and so forth. The proportion of the pen, again, is very classic. It's a smaller pen, so it's a smaller nib. I'm gonna say it's a number 4 nib. We can look at a couple of pens here. Let me open up this one here. This is a Levenger, and that's a number 5 nib. Actually, I'm sorry, it's a number 6 nib, and you can see there's quite a bit of a difference between the two. And actually, this might be a number 5 nib, I'm not completely sure. Because Levenger has kind of a non-standard nib size, I think. But anyway, again, similar in proportion. This is the Decathlon from Levenger. Similar in proportion, just everything is shrunk down in scale. Let's look at the nib here. The nib is stainless steel with gold, not stainless steel. Well, yes, it is stainless steel with gold plating, and comes with a very traditional feed. No flutes or anything, just a bunch of fins. The nib has a vent hole right above the tines, and then it says Pelikan, and then it has the logo. I hope you can see it a little bit here. And then it has the Pelikan logo, and then it says M for medium. I've had this for a day, and I've used it a little bit. One of the great things about Pelikan M series is that these nib assemblies can be unscrewed out. So you can take this out like that and replace it with a different nib. So either a fine, this is a medium, I can replace it with a fine, broad italic, whatever have you. So that gives you a lot of flexibility. So you can own one pen and multiple nibs and use it for different functions. So let me just clean this up. So let's do a quick little writing here. It's very smooth nib, very smooth. Pelikan M200. This is black, and it's very smooth. As you can see, it's a kind of a wettish pen. It writes a little wet, which is nice. If you're using absorbent paper, some pens that are not particularly wet will start skipping. And it's very smooth. The nib is very soft. Even though it's a gold-plated nib, it seems like it's a gold nib because it's got a lot of flex to it. When I say a lot of flex, it's got a lot of flex for being a non-flex nib. And I'll kind of give you an example here. So I hope you can see a little bit of the flex I'm able to achieve in this, and I'll just draw some lines. And another thing I'll show you here is, so here's some line work, and you can see this nib has so much flex in it that I can actually use it like a calligraphy nib. Here you can see like a flex nib. One single line, once I apply tremendous amount of pressure to it, it just the tines split open and you get two lines from the same stroke. So huge line variation you can get with this medium nib, almost to the point of a double broad, and then the split lines, if you will. If I did the same thing, let me try the Fabre-Castell medium, which I also just recently got. Now this line from the Fabre-Castell, I use the same amount of pressure, which is basically maximum pressure that you can use without feeling like you're gonna damage the nib, and it doesn't split. You can see it, the line width doesn't change too much, so it's more like this line width, and you can see the Pelikan kind of split open. So, flexi nib, springy, almost like a gold nib, and I don't generally prefer them too much. I prefer the more firmer nibs just because I think they last a little longer, and if you are ever taking the nib off, unscrewing, cleaning, whatever have you, the chances of you messing up the alignment on a stiffer nib is rare. Just to give you an example about how wet this writes, I wrote this a little while ago, as you saw, and this is still wet, you can see. So if you like nice wet writers, this is a great pen. Now this is rhodia paper, so it's not overly absorbent, so but it's a very nice pen, very smooth. Really happy to have it in my collection, and if you get a chance to try it out, please do so. You will not be disappointed. Again, even though it's a stainless steel nib with gold plating, it writes like a gold nib. So if you are a fan of gold nibs, excellent choice. This is another Pelikan I got. This actually has a 14 karat gold nib, and it does the same thing. So I can just show you here. So you can see it did the same thing. The nibs got enough flex that it's when I put enough pressure on it, the tines split up, and you get two lines on the same stroke. So again, very wet writer. So I think it's a Pelikan thing. Flexible, soft nibs, whether they're gold or stainless steel with gold plating. And these are probably two unique pens that I have compared to my other pens, because I don't like springy and soft pens nibs too much. So looking forward to enjoying it. Hope you enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.